Hi, today I'm going to show you how you can scrape almost anything with DeepSeek and how you can integrate it with tools, right? So DeepSeek has a very cheap plan for their tokens. Like this $2 I just topped up will last me for a really long time because you can see about 27 cents is per million input tokens and about $1.10 is per million output tokens. So you can imagine how much worth and how much uses you can get from just $2, right? It's almost feel like you're scamming them, right? It's so cheap. Now, if we want to use this, we're going to use it for website scraping, right? But before you start website scraping, please do check the terms and agreements you have on the website you're going to scrape because some websites don't allow you to scrape, right? Because it could be a breach of their data. Some website that doesn't allow scraping, things like X, for example, and Facebook, they don't allow scraping. So please really check about what website you're gonna do first. Please be mindful as well that I'm doing this video for education purposes as well. So let's just get into it as well. So first off, we want to go to our desired Python editor for code. I'm gonna be using Google Colab, but if you want to use PyCharm or if you want to use Visual Studio Code, it's up to you. But I find it that Google Colab is the most easiest one that's available for me. So first off, we're gonna install three dependency and three libraries as well, right? So three dependency and or library. First off is lp pip install request, and then pip install request beautiful soup, and then pip install OpenAI. So first off, the request, of course, if you type all of these in, just type this, and then click on the run button here to install the dependencies here. Install. So we're going to be using Beautiful Soup for our website scraper. And then we're going to be using OpenAI and also request as well as part of our code. So first off, if you want to try this out, we can first test out our API connection, right? So if you want to pause and just copy my code here, you can. You will need to replace the API key here with your actual API. You can get that from the top up section here. Just go to API keys here and you'll be granted an API code. But please do not expose it to the public. I won't expose it mine as well because it'll be very dangerous for you to expose your API keys. If you're doing this with a friend or something like that, make sure they don't see as well, even if it's your friend. API keys are very sensitive, so please keep it a secret, right? No one should know beside you and other developers. So once you have your API keys, just paste it in here. You can also copy the paste URL here. This is always the same, so you can just copy it from me. The thing you just need to change from this code here is API here as well, right? So I've written this code perfectly just so you could test that out. Now you can see DeepSeek chat like this, and then all of these messages. I'm not going to explain to you the nitty-gritty of the code. I'm sure you can read it by yourself. But you can see if your output is like this, hello, how can I assist you today? Which means your API key is connected and DeepSeek is online and ready to go. So first off, let's do import Beautiful Soup, right? This is my code here. This is a website scraper function I made. You can see like this. Now we're gonna be scraping this website called Web Scraper. This is just a test scraping website that we can use. So there's like an e-commerce training site, right? So right now you can see if I go to computers, the top items being scraped right now is these things, right? So let's see if later our AI will be able to do this. So what actually do we use DeepSeek for in terms of scraping, right? So for example, here I have a scraping tool here and the output is something like this, right? It's gibberish. It's the HTML code and data is data, right? So this is still a data, but it's very hard to read, right? So we're going to use DeepSeek to summarize and make it more simple for us to read. So we're going to turn all of these gibberish into data we can actually read and comprehend, right? We can comprehend this, but it's only if you have prior training and if you're a coder, right? So let's get into it. I'm going to show you my actual code on how we could scrape data with the integration of DeepSeek AI. So from the DeepSeek AI here, you can see import request. This is basically the code. I'm going to scroll through it slowly. You can pause the video and copy and paste all of my code here if you'd like. You can see this is what it looks like. Now, with this code, we will be able to scrape data. Now, I'm going to do a live demonstration here, right? So you can see this has a DeepSeek integration. If I run it here, you can see it'll run out. Give it a second to give it its output. Right now, it's extracting the product details. Let's give it a second to load. You can see, once it's loaded, it'll give us a summary of the product details from the web scraping, right? So it turned all of these gibberish data here into data we can actually comprehend and we can read. And you can see Asus FIFA Book 15. You can see it's in here. I think it's on the laptop section. Yeah, there you go. Asus FIFA Book. And then let's see what the other one, Till Latitude. It should be here as well. Now you can see how much this is powerful, right? They can turn data that's gibberish like this, that's super hard to read, into comprehensible data like this, right? It's very, very powerful and it's very, very cheap as well. So this is how you can web scrape with DeepSeek AI. That's quick and cheap. If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing.